Hey guys, Karen here. I will be separating some tomato plants today. There's two in a lot of these cells, so we are going to separate them, give them their own container. They're still about, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks before I can plant these out. So I am going to separate them, get them in their own container, let them settle in before I plant them. So I just want to bring you guys along, show you guys how I do that. Alrighty, first things first, I will be using actual potting soil for these because they're going to go in the garden soon. So what I'm going to do is just take the containers that nothing germinated in and empty them. Had a couple that didn't germinate. I think it was only 2 in this tray. It smells so good. Oh, I can't wait. Anyway, so let's start with the ground cherries over here. So like some of these have 3 plants in them, but I'm only gonna do maybe 5 pots or so. And then the rest I'm probably just gonna clip off because, so like this one here is only 1 plant. So I'm just going to stick a tag in there, put it in the other container. But like this one here has quite a few, but I'm only gonna take the 2 like really big ones and separate them. Then there's 1 more. Oh, come here. This is the Aunt Molly's variety of ground cherry that I grew. Okay, so let's pull these out. Ooh, yeah. So the roots look really, really good. Really impressed with that. Honestly, I might just pinch these off. Those 2 I should probably separate. So I'm just gonna pull them apart, nice and easy. And stick them in their own pot and fill it up with soil. I've never actually grown ground cherries, so I'm really curious as to see how these do. So these are the ones that grow, or actually move this over here. That'll be a little bit easier. They have little husks on them, and then they fall to the ground, then you know they're ready. That's pretty easy to remember. Okay. I should probably put those in there. Don't have a tag for that one. Okay, next one. We have Red Pride. So these only germinated 1 per pot. And the 4th one didn't germinate, which these seeds were from last year. I am going to try and freeze my seeds this year because I just want to see if I just have better germination from seeds that, you know, are from the previous years or whatever. But these are ready to go in the ground soon. So excited. All right, next we have the Ace 55 variety. This is all of my determinate and determinate and semi-determinate tomato plants that I'm separating out, giving them a little bit more room to breathe. Okay, so like this one has 2 of them, and this one. So with tomato plants, you can actually, I'm putting them down deeper in the pot and then filling them up and covering the stem because I want them to grow roots out of the side of their stem. You can plant tomato plants deeper. They will thrive doing that. So just a note, you can plant them deeper when you repot them, and then once you plant them in the garden, you'll cover the stem as well. That one's kind of wonky. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'll put it out that way. All right, next one. Okay, next I have a whole bunch of cherry falls tomatoes. Super excited about these. These are the like cascading tomato plants that you can put in containers. They grow over the side. They're doing awesome. Another little root shot. Really good. I'm really glad I planted these the way that I did when I first started seeds, because now they are separated really nicely in these pots, so you can just divide them really easily down the middle. So I'm definitely going to do that again. I really like how that turned out. I will be giving a lot of these plants away probably, because I do have a bunch of them. So what I mean here, you can see I planted them towards the outside of the pots because I wanted to be able to separate them pretty easily. So I highly recommend that. It's definitely making it a lot easier of a process here. I am filling these pots pretty full because I did not pre-moisten this soil, so I'm going to need to water them in really well once I'm done here. And planting it down deeper. My hands are gonna smell amazing. Okay, next is called the Indigo Rose. You can see like the purple hue of these plants. They're really gorgeous. So I'm really excited for these. Okay, got 2 in every one. Yep. All right. This is a semi-determinate variety. And so it produces like an indeterminate, but it only gets the size of a determinate tomato, if you're curious. Okay. 1 tray is done. I'm gonna go ahead and get these watered in real quick because there's no water in that soil and I do not want them to dry out. And then they're gonna go back in under the lights. I'm probably gonna start hardening them off in like 3 days, just to get them acclimated to, actually no, I'm gonna start this coming Monday. So today is Friday. I'm gonna start on Monday, and then it takes an entire week to acclimate them to outside weather. Then once we move, these should be ready to go into the garden. But tomorrow I will be planting my first seedlings into the garden. Any guesses on what I'm planting? Stay tuned for that. But if you have guesses, let me know what you think. And I'll be planting those tomorrow. But yeah, let me get these watered in real quick. And then I'm gonna finish this other tray, get those separated, because those are actually still sitting in water. So hang on. All right, those are done. I can actually let them sit out here, get some breeze going while I do these other ones. You see behind me, my husband did an awesome thing. Got a hold of a pallet full of bubbles. If you guys have these in your area, oh my goodness, they're so good. It's a clean drink. It only has like 35 milligrams of caffeine, just something else to drink other than water. And we love them. All right, so now, since I don't have tags, so these are my Garden Gem ones over here. And the roots on some of this stuff is just wild. Oh goodness. So I'm gonna do these first and get them. This is crazy. Goodness gracious. Floating around there in the water. All right. So what I'm gonna do is just line them, end with that one labeled, and then I know where I'm going. These seeds actually germinated really well. These are seeds that I had from last year. So I'm impressed with this one. It did germinate really well. However, the plants, I don't know, the plants just look a little bit small. I don't know if it's just because they're still, you know, trying to find their space. Smelling tomato plants just makes me so excited for the garden. Alrighty, that's it. We have, I don't know, 2 3/4 trays. But what I'm gonna do is add the other tomatoes. I still have to do my indeterminate ones. That's pretty much it. Separating all of my tomato varieties, but so excited to get them in the garden. It's almost warm enough to leave them out here. Alrighty, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you in the next video, which will be planting my first seedlings out into our new garden space. Super excited for that. The stuff that I needed actually just came a little bit ago, so so exciting. But we officially have 1 week and 2 days left here at the house before we move, and then, you know, we'll be there. I have access to the garden all the time. I don't have to drive and whatever, but so it'll be really exciting. I feel like the gardening season is gonna go in full swing real quick, but I'm here for it. All right, have a wonderful day, and happy growing. See ya.